Hi Orange County, it's Samantha Dieckhoff with SOCO Real Estate. So what is negotiable for buyers and sellers? How do you save money on the purchase or sale of a property? A lot of people don't talk about it. A lot of agents don't talk about it. A lot of buyers and sellers don't know that there's a lot of way you could save hundreds, coming up on thousands of dollars just by some of the small things you can do when you are approaching an escrow, negotiating an offer, or choosing your services. So for example, if you're a seller, I'm representing you as a seller, I call several different escrow companies and I say, hey Marge, hey Mary, the purchase price is this. What can you do for me on an escrow cost? Include all the junk fees and everything. What's the total escrow cost for my seller, for my buyer? And you can play the escrow companies against each other. Not in a bad way. Everyone's getting paid for their fair share of work, but you can save your seller or buyer hundreds of dollars. On the last escrow I just had, it's just under a $600,000 purchase price, and I saved my seller $400 off the top on escrow fees. Title fees are fixed by state. It's like an insurance regulation, so there's nothing you can really do there for buyer or seller. There's a couple different policies you have to buy. Termite company, a lot of them will offer a free inspection, and then when it comes around for the seller to have to pay for the woodwork that needs to be done, to remedy dry wood, wood rot or termite infestations where they've kind of hollowed out some of the wood and it needs to be replaced, typically on the fascia, you can use your friendly contractor, which I do pretty often. And if the termite company bids out $800 worth of work, you might be able to get a contractor to do it for half of that, which is huge. So you just saved another $400 or $500. And then when it comes to being on the buyer's end of things, the seller pays a lot in terms of closing services and all the fees, but what you can do strategically just to have in mind when you're a buyer, and this is what I do with my buyers, is you think about when in the month you're going to close the escrow, because typically most buyers don't have an extra couple $1,000s, $3,000 worth of money, and depending when you close the escrow, you're still going to pay the same amount per days that you're in the house. But if you close at the end of the month versus the first of the month, you might so let's say you close on March 25th. You don't owe a mortgage payment. You skip April and then you pay in May. So you kind of have about 5 weeks. But if you close on March 3rd, you don't pay in April, then you pay in May, and you have about 7 weeks worth of income coming in your life, and then you pay almost 7-8 weeks later after you close the escrow. You're not saving money, you don't earn any extra money, but it's just less out of pocket up front, which can be really helpful for a lot of buyers getting into a property and all the expenses incurred. All right, sorry for this long video. Samantha Dieckhoff, SOCO Real Estate. I'm on Twitter at Realtor Samantha, or buzz me up 949-613-1703. Take care.